So we have a new toy to play with. Lovely original but rough Manta 2 litre SR Berliner. Beautifully original though. I did consider tarting this up into a sort of a 400 replica, but I think that would be a crying shame. I think this deserves to go back to a nice genuine unmolested car. So this part of the video, you'll see this is where the fellow I bought the car from, it was off eBay, a fellow that called Carl. He sells Mantas, deals with Mantas a lot. He's a well-known member of the Manta Owners Club. So a trusted seller. I had no worries about buying from this chap. And these are the videos he sent me for me to see the car, to make a decision on whether it was what I wanted or not. And to be fair, they were proper warts and all video. You could see exactly what you were looking at. So if anybody wants to buy or looking to buy a car from him, I can only sing praises for him, and he delivered it as well. And he was a really lovely guy, nice guy to have a chat with. Clearly got years of experience with Mantas, really knows his beans on them. So yeah, I've no doubt I'll be picking his brains as the project goes forward. So his name was Carl, and he's got a business up in up Burnley, Lancashire, working on these. And on his description, he's Mr. Carlos on the Manta Owners Club. So if you guys know him, he's a lovely guy. I'm sure you'd agree with that. Engine starting up here. Sounds really nice. It's a little tappety, but I've had a couple of Mantas and Cavalier coupes and sports hatches myself back in the past. This is why I wanted another one. Cam in head engine, can be tappety, but nothing really to worry about. There's no knocks or bangs. You can see right at the beginning of the video, there's no smoke coming out of it as he drove it on. So yeah, very nice. I've been looking for a Manta for a while. I had a GTE, I've had 2 sports hatches, Cavalier coupe, and always loved them. The GTE was glorious till it got stolen back in the 90s when these things happened a lot. So and I've pined after one since, and when this came up on eBay, and the condition is just about right for a rolling restoration. They've mentioned in one of my previous videos that rolling restorations are possible, so hopefully I'm going to be able to demonstrate that with this car, and it'll be, any work I do on this will be on the drive as well, because the Escort's fill in the garage. So hopefully that'll demonstrate that it is possible. We'll see how that pans out down the line now. As you can see, I poked about in the bonnet a little bit with a screwdriver and it made a big hole, so that's going to be interesting to repair that. Hopefully it should be possible to do that. Under the bonnet, it's still quite crusty around the edges, needs a bit of attention, but it's not impossible. Under the bonnet, it's surprisingly good actually for a Manta. They're normally a lot worse than this. The swan neck chassis legs at the front, they're pretty good. This bit's a bit rotten here. You can see a nice big hole and there's all sorts going in there, but we can do a weld up on that job. Down here is quite rough. There's like a support panel for the radiator, and that's quite ropey, so hopefully be able to get a replacement part for that. Fronts of the wings, absolutely shot on the bottom front edges. Front lower valance is shot. I've just discovered you can buy those quite cheaply as a complete panel, so that's good news. Someone's had to go doing a repair here in the past, and the door overlaps the sill, so 10 out of 10 for that repair, so that'll need attention. Nice scabby bit underneath the sill there, so that'll need a repair there, and the chassis outrigger as well on both sides need repair, but it's all doable. And here we can see the cut-off panel that Carl supplied with the car. So it's a generous cut-off as well. There's a fair bit of sill on that, which I can use to repair the sills on the car. So that's good news, but I cut bits off of that. In here we got a Weber carburetor upgrade. Looks like it was a new carburetor as well, rather than just one taken from a scrapyard. So that looks pretty good, in lovely condition, and it sounds nice. Back axle properly located from day one. Look at that panhard rod, proper tramp bars. These Mantas stood out against Fords back in the day. They were a much better car. Needs a fair bit of work, but it's not horrendous. My plans are all in restoration to begin with while I'm doing the Escort, and then this will be a full restoration at some point in the future. Keep your eyes peeled.